get them on.
What's up, people of YouTube? This is Prolix here with another Best Classes of COD Ghosts, and today we are using the MTAR-X with the muzzle brake and foregrip, and of course the secondary is the P226 with a muzzle brake on it, and the perks aren't too different again. They are Ready Up, Marathon, Quick Draw, Sit Rep, and Focus. So, with this class, I decided to run the strike package with Specialist because I've been trying to get a Moab. Oh, fuck, I'm Moab. I'm a retard. KEM, because I really want to get a KEM gameplay for you guys. Not saying it's going to happen, but I rushed too hard for that shit. So we'll see what happens, what comes out of it. But I hope you enjoy this gameplay. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. How you should use this weapon, how I tend to use this weapon. I think it'll be pretty self-explanatory and pretty obvious how you should use this weapon, but let's start it. Okay, so whenever I use this weapon, there are particular maps that I tend to use it on, and now that I use Control Freaks, I kind of can use them on multiple maps in COD Ghosts. I can use them on almost any of them. There are ones that I won't use them on, of course, like the really, really big ones, or, you know, something like that. Just something really big, or just maps that I have played with an SMG and I don't do well with it. So, the maps that I tend to use it on are like Freight, Warhawk, I'll use it on there sometimes. Stuff like that. I won't use it on... Okay, I tried using it on Octane. Wasn't too bad. I won't use it on maps like Stormfront or Overlord or anything like that. That's a no-go for me. I just can't do it. It irritates me, and but that's not the point. Anyways, when you watch this gameplay, I want you to comment down below what I'm doing the most. Obviously, it's rushing. You won't see me stop in one place for very long, if at all. I'm always moving around somewhere. Like right now, I am sitting here waiting at this door because I got shot at by somebody. That was a really bad time to try and say something because I did sit there for a second, but see that drop shot, rushing their spawn, turn around, and I got shot in the face by that guy that I waited for forever. That Call of Duty timing, though. I'm always using it to rush. I just spawned back on my spawn, and I'm already back over there on the other side. If I was using an assault rifle, that would have been a lot slower. I would have been up in a building. I would have been doing something. See there, I shot that, and I ran around the other side. So when you're using this weapon, no matter what game mode you're using it in, more than likely you're going to want to rush. Well, give or take Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy is never really something you want to freaking rush hard and be a little, I don't know, it's just not something you want to rush into, so obviously you'll have to, there will be those exceptions, but for the most part, more than likely you are going to be using this weapon to rush. It is an SMG, obviously you're going to be using it to rush. This video is kind of hard for me to make just on the part of it's so self-explanatory that I can't really put it into words on how I use it. You should just kind of already know as a Call of Duty player how this weapon is used. But I will tell you this. I hated this weapon. Ooh, that was a nice-ass shot right there. I did hate this weapon to begin with because I couldn't aim with it, no matter what. I always got into these long-range engagements. I could not aim with it. I could not kill anybody, and I fucking hated it. I just couldn't do shit. And then I got this Control Freak, and now I can, like, use it as a goddamn sniper rifle. Like, I can snipe with this thing. I can snipe with the MTAR. Like, you'll see, I don't know if I'll do it this game, but you can see that I can be on one side and I can hit somebody from, like, forever away. And it's insane. Just straight insane. And I don't know if you guys just noticed what I did there on screen, but that was sick. Like, I killed, like, 4 people in a row in that room just by going back to that spot and turning around. They're like fucking baby buffalo wandering back to the same spot they just died in. But that's besides the point. As you see, this is a very, very rushy weapon. You want to always be moving. You want to always have your gun ready to go, ready to kill anybody that gets in your way. That's how you're going to have the most success with this weapon. If you don't, then you're probably not going to win too many gunfights. If you're trying to kill people from a long distance, constantly use it like an AR, you're not going to win that many gunfights. You're going to lose probably 80% of them. And when you're playing objective-based modes like Blitz or you're playing Domination, you want to be running around the map, you want to be getting on these flags, or you want to be capturing these cap points as fast as possible, especially Blitz. I, for one, do not play Blitz that much, except for when I'm playing competitive stuff, but you always want to be running to that objective unless you are working with a team and you have it set up to where It's on a time-based interval. Like you go cap this flag, you spawn back, you wait, and then the next person goes. Kind of like that kind of thing. But for the most part, if you're using this weapon, you are going to be rushing it. You're going to be pushing the objective. You're going to be pushing the spawns. But I will warn you, when you're using this type of gun, when you're using this SMG, you're going to get a little bit cocky because there's going to be those times where you just rip face with it, and you're going to think you're untouchable, and then you're going to like just die a horrible death. And yeah, it fucking sucks. I do that sometimes. I get really cocky. Like a little bit ago, I did that, and right here, I did that. That was a perfect example. Turned that corner, it was 3v1, and I was fucked. And they were all spread out. So, yeah, and that was a nasty drop shot right there. But, as I was saying, you constantly want to be rushing. You want to be pushing the objectives, pushing the spawns. Take your shots nice and easy. And another tip, learn to drop shot, learn to jump shot, learn those techniques, because they will come in handy. I bet you can raise your KD by probably 0.70 just by learning to drop shot and to do those things if you get really good at it. Because I know transferring from non-drop shotting to drop shotting, which you guys have probably seen me drop shot enough to know that is what I do more than anything. I do jump shot, but I do a lot of drop shotting. And people get really, really mad when you drop shot, so it makes my life a little bit happier. So get used to those kind of things. Those will help you too when you're using SMGs. It helps with assault rifles, but I find that when I use them on assault rifles in this game, it throws my shot off. It screws me up a little bit more. Of course, it doesn't do that with everybody, just some people. So find what you guys are used to. Find what it is that you like, and go with it. If you go with it, if you're comfortable with what you want to use, then do it. Again, these classes are customizable to your likings and whatnot, but this is what I find the best to use. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Feel free to like and or subscribe. Twitter and Facebook links will be down in the description. The video you're about to see on screen is Infinity Ward actually released a motherfucking patch. Anyways, guys, deuces.
Get 'em all.